Hello, welcome back. I am Miss Uriostigi, but you can go ahead and call me Miss U. So I'm going to go ahead and show you what we're going to be working on today. Okay, give me a moment. So this is going to be PowerPoint for today. So this is first grade, module 2, lesson 14, and it is being taught to you by Miss Uriostigi, also known as Miss U. Right here it says. But before we get started, I wanted us to take a moment to just think about what makes us happy. So what makes me happy is my family, and sometimes strawberries covered in chocolate. I love them. So give yourself 3 seconds to think about what makes you happy. Okay, so now let's get started with our lesson today. Okay, so this is our schedule today, and we're going to go over math fluency. We're going to do flashcards and subtract within 10 for our math fluency. And then for our objective, we're gonna go over our objective, and then we're gonna know what does it mean and why it's important for us to learn. And then we're gonna go over our lesson, which will be taught through a teacher example, and then we're gonna do practice problems together. Okay, so let's get to it. So for our flashcard activity, so these are the cards that we're gonna be doing. So each one, so the ones in one strip is one flashcard. The ones in this strip is another flashcard. So if you want to go ahead and find a piece of paper and a pencil or marker, you can go ahead and go find one. And so you can pause the video and unpause once you find them. Okay, so for that one, I'm gonna go ahead and make my screen a little bit bigger. So to make the cards, you see how they're long? You can just get the piece of paper and then fold it in half, hamburger style, and then fold it again, but this time it's gonna be in hot dog style. And you'll end up with 1, 2, 3, 4. So 4, and then you can go ahead and get another piece of paper to do the other cards, okay? So I'm gonna go ahead and make my screen small again so that you can see the other cards. Go. So this card has right here. So you start with the one that has 10 because you have 5 and 5 is 10. And then you do the card that has the 5 and 4, which is 9. And then the 5 and 3, which is 8. And you do all of these cards. Okay? So once you're done with that, you can go ahead and hit unpause. So pause and then unpause once you're ready. Okay, so here are the cards. And this is more of a kind of memory game. See if you remember them. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and practice. You can go ahead and put your cards aside because right now I'm going to show them on my screen. And I want you to go ahead and say the numbers out loud with me, okay? So I'm gonna go like that. And when I snap my finger in like that, I want you to say the number to yourself. You don't have to scream it, you just have to say, pretend the number's 5, you see the 5 dots, you go 5, okay? Ready? Let's get started. So what does this card, how many dots does this card have? Yes, 10. What does this card have? How many dots does this card have? How many? 7. Nice. How many dots do you see in this card? 2. 2 dots. I'm gonna move my screen here. How many dots do you see in this one? 8. How many dots do you see in this card? 5. What about this one? 4. Okay, this one's trickier. How many do you see in this one? 9. How about this one? 6. 3. Okay, so that was it. It's a quick little game that now you have your cards, so you can go ahead and practice them, go through them, and memorize them. Now, this is another one you might want to practice at home. So for this one, it's subtraction with intent. These are cards, and they have the 10, and then it's being subtracted by a number, and then it has the equal sign, okay? So for this one, you can go ahead and get a piece of paper and a pencil again, and some scissors to cut them. So go ahead, pause the video to find them, and unpause them once you have the materials. Okay, so for this one, you're gonna get a piece of paper again. I'm gonna use the same one. You're gonna get a piece of paper, you're gonna fold it hamburger style again. Fold it, and instead of going like this, I don't want you to fold it that way. I want you to fold it like that. So it's gonna be like that, and you're gonna fold it like that. That'll be hamburger style again. And once you have it just like this, you're gonna fold it one more time, hamburger style, like that. And when you unfold it, you're gonna have a bunch of squares, rectangles. You're gonna have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So it's gonna have 8. You're gonna cut them, and each one you're gonna have your 10 minus 1, and you won't put the answer, you won't put equals 9, you'll put the equals 9 in the back, so that way you can practice that. And then you might need another piece of paper so that you can make the last ones, because there's 10 of the flashcards for this one. Okay, so you can go ahead and pause the video and unpause it to get your flashcards prepared, and once you have them done, you can go ahead and copy them. So once you cut them, go ahead and copy your cards. And that way you can have cards later to practice at home. So you have to have one card that says 10 minus 1 equals, and then the answer in the back of that card, so 9. And your next one would be 10 minus 2 equals, answer on the back, 8. 10 minus 3 equals 7. And then 10 minus 4 equals 6. 10 minus 5 equals 5. 10 minus 6 equals 4. 10 minus 7 equals 3. 10 minus 8 equals 2. 10 minus 9 equals 1. And 10 minus 10 equals 0. Okay, so if you have your flashcards ready, you can practice them a little bit. And then once you're ready, you can unpause the video. Okay, so now that you've practiced your cards, you have them already, you can put your cards to the side and we're gonna practice these, okay? So I'm gonna have my flashcards on here. Now that we've gone over them, let's see how much we learned. Okay, ready? 10 minus 1 equals 9. Remember, you can pause the video if you need more time to solve and give the answer, okay? And unpause it when you're ready. 10 minus 3 equals 7. 10 minus 7 equals 3. 10 minus 2 equals 8. Good job. 10 minus 4 equals 6. Oh, I forgot to do the snapping. I'll make sure to do it next, okay? 10 minus 6 equals 4. 10 minus 8 equals 2. Almost done. 10 minus 5 equals 5. 10 minus 10 equals 0. 10 minus 9 equals 1. Now let's look at this. Look, right here. 10 minus 3 equals 7. And 10 minus 7 equals 3. That, they have the 10 minus 3 equals 7, and 10 minus 7 equals 3 because 3 plus 7 equals 10. So 7 and 3 are number bonds of 10. And if you look at the other cards, they have like 10 minus 2 equals 8. And there's the 10 minus 8 equals 2. So 8 and 2 are also other number bonds of 10. Isn't that great? That's amazing, huh? So the flashcards were for us so that we can remember some numbers within 10 quickly, and then subtraction helped us better to remember those. Okay, now it's time for our objective. So it says, the objective says right here, model subtraction of 9 from teen numbers. So what does that mean? So it means that we will be able to subtract 9 from numbers greater than 10. So we'll be able to subtract 9 from 11. So we'll be able to do 11 minus 9. And we'll find the answer. And we'll be able to do 12 minus 9 and 13 minus 9. That's what our objective means. But why is that important? It's important because real world problems require us to subtract from numbers greater than 10. So That means that sometimes people are gonna ask us, can I borrow, okay, pretend you have $12. $12 is a teens number. And so if you have $12, someone would be, and your mom asks you for $9. That's a real world problem. That means you have to know how to subtract $9 from $12. Or it could be about cookies. You have 12 cookies and your dad told you that you have to share 9 of those cookies with him. So you have to know how to subtract 9 from the teen numbers, or numbers greater than 10. Okay, now let's see what it says here. I'm gonna put my camera right here. Okay, so this is gonna be my teacher example, so you don't have to copy any of this down. You can just go ahead and watch me solve this problem, okay? So it says, Kate has 12 eggs. She uses 9 eggs for breakfast. How many eggs does she have left? Okay, so she had 12 and she ate 9 of them for breakfast. That would be 12 minus 9. And they want to know how many left. So I would write 12 minus 9. 12 minus 9 equals, so blank. Okay, there's my equation, and I need to solve. How many are left? Okay, so what I would do, I would use my tens frame, because tens frames help me know how many I would have. Tens frames help me count faster, because there's row of 5. So I can just say, if I have this one fill and this one fill, I know that there's 10. So they just help me. Okay, now I'm going to go ahead and show my 12 eggs that I had already. So my eggs were red. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. That's only 10. And I need 12. So I'm going to have to use another tens frame. So I'm going to have it here. So that was 10. I need 2 more to make 12. So 1, 2. Because 10 plus 2 is 12. Okay. Now I have my 12 eggs. And it's saying that Kate ate or used 9 eggs for breakfast. So I have to subtract 9. So I'm going to count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So cross those out, and I'm going to cross these ones out because that's 9. Those are the 9 eggs she used for breakfast. And it's also easier to count them in the tens frame because I know there's 5. 5 plus 4 equals 9. So now I have those. And now I'm going to circle the ones that I have left. So I'm going to circle those. Those are the ones that she didn't use for breakfast. So I'm going to go ahead and count them now. 1, 2, 3. So Kate has 3 eggs left. That's how we subtract 9 from teens numbers. Now let's go ahead and do some practice ones. So we're actually going to do, there's nothing there, no. So this one, it's matching them. So right here we have the equations. So we have 11 minus 9 equals 2, and 14 minus 9 equals 5, and so on and so forth. So I have all of these, right? And on this side, right here, with the drawings, is the drawn version of it. So for example, this one has, so there's 5 and 5 more, so that's 10, 15, 16. So there was 16, but then someone took 5, 9. Someone took 9. And so then these are the ones that are left. Okay, so right now you can go ahead and get your piece of paper and a pencil, and you can copy these down and connect them with connect the line, or you can just write them side to side. And then once you're ready and you've solved all of yours, you can go ahead and hit unpause. So pause and unpause once you're ready. Okay, now that you have tried and connected them and matched them, now I want you to check them with mine, okay? So I'm going to start with this one, letter A. 11 minus 9 equals 2. So that means I'm looking for one that has 2 of them that weren't crossed out or weren't taken away. This one has more than 2. I see 5 that are not crossed out, 5, 6, 7, so in total 7. What about this one? Yeah, it has 1, 2, 2 that are not crossed out. So, but let's count them. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. And then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 are crossed out. So they subtracted 9 from 11. So it is 11 minus 2. 11 minus 9 equals 2. And you see how we have 2 that are not crossed out. They weren't subtracted. Okay, now let's look at 14 minus 9 equals 5. So one of them that has only 5. So it was 14 originally, but subtracted 9. This one has more than 5 because it has 5, 6, 7. This one already, we found it, the one it matches. Let's check this one. This one has 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So it can't be this one. What about this one? It has the 5, 6, 7, and 8. Can't be that one. What about this one? It has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So yeah, 5, and then 9 crossed out. So this one is 14 minus 9 and equals 5. Okay, now next one. It says 16 minus 9 equals 7. So one of them that has 7. I remember this one because it has 5, 6, 7. So 16 minus 9 equals 7. Now, if you want to go ahead and count the little dots, you can always pause and count them and unpause once you're done, okay? Now, let's look at this one. It's 18 minus 9 equals 9. So it has to be this one or this one. Let's see this one. This one has 5 right here. That has 6, 7, 8. Can't be that one. So let's double check this one. It has 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So 18 minus 9 equals 9. This is its representation. This is what we're seeing right there. Now let's see. 17 minus 9 equals 8. Well, we remember counting 8 right here, right? So it's 5, 6, 7, 8. And then there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, 7, 8, 9 crossed out. So this is the 17 minus 9 equals 8 because 8 plus 9 equals 17. So there we go. Those are all the ones that match. Good job. Okay, now this is a practice problem. So if you want, you can go ahead and write this on a piece of paper and try to solve it on your own. Okay, so solve this problem. I already have the image, and you don't have to copy soccer balls. If you want, you can just do little circles, okay? Or little squares, but you don't have to draw soccer balls. I just went ahead and showed you the 12s already. So once you're done solving the problem, you can go ahead and hit unpause and see how I solved it, and if we solved it the same way, and if we got the same answer, okay? Okay, now that you've solved it yourself, I'm going to go ahead and show you how I solved mine, okay? So it says 12 minus 9 equals, okay? So here are the 12 balls, all of these, and I'm going to count them just to double check. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So we have the 12 soccer balls. And it says 12 minus 9. So I have to subtract 9 from the 12. The 12 is a teen number. So I know that 5 plus 4 equals 9. So these are all 5. I'm going to cross them out. And then there's 4 balls right here, soccer balls. So now whatever is not crossed out, I'm going to circle. And that is my answer. So 12 minus 9 equals 3. All right, go ahead and check your work. Writing. Now let's do this practice problem. So remember, you don't have to solve it my way. If you're solving it a different way and you're having it easier way, then go ahead, that's fine. This is just my way, and it's a strategy I use. And I like to do mine in tens frames. I don't have the tens frame thing on there, but I have them lined up like a tens frame. So I have 5, 5s, 5s. So you can go ahead, pause the video, and solve the problem on your own. And then once you're done, go ahead and hit on pause. Okay, now that you've had time to do your strategy, I'm going to go ahead and show you my strategy. So here I drew my 17 flowers. So there's 5 here. So I'm going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Then here 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, and 17. So my 17 flowers. And I need to subtract 9. So I know 5 plus 4 is 9. So I'm going to subtract these 5. And then I'm going to subtract these 4. Because 5 plus 4 is 9. Now I have to circle the ones that I still haven't subtracted, that I didn't subtract actually, and I'm not going to. So here I have the flowers, and I know in this row there's 5. So 5, 6, 7. So there's 7 here. 7 plus 1 is 8. So 17 minus 9 equals 8. Alrighty, let's do another practice problem. So this one, I actually have the number bond on the side. And I'll show you right now what we're going to do. Actually, you can go ahead and try solving the problem. 15 minus 9 equals blank. And then you can try finding the number bonds of 15. So I already have 9, so what's the other bond, the other number? So decompose that 15. Once you're ready, hit unpause. So pause to solve the problem and come up with your answers, and hit unpause once you're ready. Okay, so here I show you my 15 hearts. So there's 5, 10, 15, if you count each one. So there's 15. And I need to subtract 9. So 5 plus 4, remember? So I'm going to subtract 5, I'm going to subtract 4. So now these are the ones I have left. There's 5 here. 5 plus 1 equals 6. So the number would be 6 because the ones that are circled are 6 hearts, and the ones that are crossed out are 9 hearts. So 9 plus 6 equals 15. And 15 minus 9 equals 6. Remember how we talked about that when we were doing our subtraction with intent? Yeah. So let's do another one. Okay. Here I have the practice problem. I have this number bond that I started and the subtraction. So go ahead and solve your problem. Find the missing add-in in the number bond and find the difference. Find what 11 minus 9 equals. And once you're done, go ahead and unpause. So pause to finish and unpause once you're ready. Okay, now that you've had time, I'm going to go ahead and show you how I'm solving this. So here I have the 5 and another 5, so that's 5, and then 10, and one more, 11. So I have my 11 lollipops, and I'm going to subtract 9. So we know that 5 plus 4 equals 9. So, 5 plus 4 equals 9. So we're subtracting 9 lollipops. And we have how many lollipops left? Yeah, 2. So 2 plus 9 makes 11. So the number bonds of 11 are 9 and 2. When you decompose 11, you can have 9 and 2. So 11 minus 9 equals 2, because you only have 2 left. Okay, let's do this one. This one is just the number bond, and I have a little equation on the side to help you solve them faster. So you don't have to draw or write anything down. This one I want you to follow along with me So that way we can get it together. So right here I have 1 plus 4 equals. So if you want, you can go ahead and use your fingers to add 1 plus 4. So have 1 plus 4. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1 plus 4 equals 5. So what's 4? So 9 plus makes 14. 9 plus 5 equals 14 because 9 needs one more to make 10. So if you take 1 from 5, 1 from 5, it makes 10. And 10 plus 4 equals 14. It's kind of difficult and challenging. So you don't have to worry about this so much. It's just so that we can see the connection between the number points. Okay? So let's do one more and see if we get it more. Okay, this one is the number we want to decompose is 18. And we're decomposing it into 9 and something else. So 9 plus equals 18. So 9 plus 1 makes 10. And how many more do you need to add to 10 to make 18? You would need 8 more. So 1 plus 8 equals 9. So 9 plus 9 equals 18. So it's okay if you didn't get these last two problems. They're really tricky, but we will be learning more about them in the future, okay? So here we go. That's the end of the PowerPoint. So thank you for letting me be your teacher today. I had lots of fun and I'm looking forward to our next lesson. Bye, first grade friend.